Hi everyone, I'm Cheryl and welcome to the Sewing Room channel. And I recently went to Walmart and bought some towels there, and they all have an Easter theme on it. Now you might find them in the houseware section where they sell all the pots and pans and measuring tools, and they might even be in the seasonal decor section where they have all of the Easter items. But they had 5 different ones, so I'm going to show you all 5. I'm going to show you how I embellish them. Some are real quick and easy, some take just a few minutes longer. So let's look at this first one here. Isn't this cute? A really simple design. It says Happy Easter with Easter eggs around it. I chose the yellow color and put yellow pom-pom fringe on the edge. Now I chose to put it on the front side of the towel, right on the very bottom edge there. But you can put it on the underside and just let the pom-poms show. So at each end of the towel, what I did was I folded the edge underneath, not over to the back, but you can do that. But I've been finding it's a little easier to just fold it underneath itself. And then put your zipper foot on and then stitch right along here. Now move your needle over on your zipper foot and just stitch right along the center of this strip. Now your other option is to use pom-pom fringe, and you put it on the same exact way. So your pom-pom fringe and the tassel fringe, you can get it in a variety of colors. I bought mine at Walmart, but not all Walmart stores will have a sewing and craft area. This one says Hello Spring, and then it has little flowers down at the bottom. On this one, I chose to use extra wide rickrack. And again, it does come in a variety of colors. I got mine at Walmart quite a while back, and I haven't seen it lately, so I don't think they're carrying it anymore. But check out some of your other fabric and craft stores. They might have it. Also, Amazon and Etsy.com and a variety of other sewing websites. One of the things I want to bring to your attention is that it will fray at the ends. So you may want to just cut the edge straight and then do an overcast stitch, maybe a zigzag if that's all you have, or another overcast stitch of your choice. And how I did it was down here, I wrapped it around the back. I didn't do the zigzag stitch, and after I stitched it on, I regretted it. So make sure you do that zigzag stitch. Then, to reinforce it, I did a little rectangle shaped stitch pattern there. Then stitch on the top edge of this rickrack all the way across. Now if you decide, oh, I don't want to stitch it there, I'm just going to stitch it down the middle, this is a problem that may occur after you've washed it. This edge may fold completely forward. Now when you wash this, you still might have a little bit of curling on this edge, but not much. So if you do have that problem, you can always press it flat. I thought this one was really sweet. It's got such soft colors, and if you're going to give this to a gift to someone who just really doesn't like bright things, I understand that. This is a good one to select from. I just happen to have fabric in my stash that kind of went with this color. How I did this is, I'll show you in detail in just a moment. I measured the width across and then cut a piece of fabric that length that went across, added a 1/2 inch to it, then cut it 5.5 inches wide this way, then folded it in half. And then I inserted this eyelet fringe inside. And again, in a moment, I will show you how to do this. This was really, really easy to do. Just a few more minutes than some of the other ones. Now this is bright. All of these spring colors, I call this a happy towel. It just really, I don't know, I feel good about it. I love bright colors. So on this one, I chose some more lace trim, and how I did it here is I folded the edge under again and stitched it down on the side. Then I stitched in this top edge right here, this little solid band. I stitched all the way across and again finished off the other end by folding it under. This has a heart applique on it, and I chose the easiest method for doing this. And again, I'll show you in just a little bit how easy this is. You could make it any size you want. You can draw your own heart shape or use a heart template that you may have. This has Easter eggs all over it, and I chose to put a tulip flower. And again, I'll show you in a minute how I did this one. This one was done with fusible webbing. It's a glue that goes on the back of the fabric, and it's a really simple process. It's not messy at all. And then you use any decorative stitching of your choice around. Now, if you don't have decorative stitches and all you have is a zigzag stitch to cover the edge, what you want to do is shorten the length of your stitch and maybe widen it slightly so that the stitches will be really close together to cover these raw edges. And on this one, I use the 1-inch wide rickrack. To put the fabric band on any of these towels, measure the width. Don't come down here at the bottom corner because the ends have a tendency to curl in on some of these towels. So go up a few inches, measure across, and then add 1/2 inch to that length. So you cut your strip that length plus the 1/2 inch, then you cut your strip 5.5 inches wide. And the eyelet trim is then inserted in here. But before I inserted it, you'll see that this is real wide here because it's meant to put in a 5/8 inch wide seam. So all I did was cut, just not quite a full 1/4 inch off, but enough off so that it would fit in my seam here really well because I wanted to use a 1/4 inch wide seam. So here is the right side of the fabric, the pretty side. So you're going to fold these edges in, but before you fold it, take your eyelet trim and then you're going to fold this back about a 1/4 inch and then place a pin there to hold. Then fold this in half here. Pin your edge all the way across. Then stitch a 1/4 inch wide seam, and then when you get up to the corner, turn and go down the top edge. Leave an opening here, so come in towards the center, back stitch, leave about a 3-inch wide opening, and continue stitching down to this corner and down this side. Then turn it front side out. So when you turn it front side out, you want to make sure you press the strip flat, and you're going to pull the eyelet lace upwards like this. Pin your opening closed. Those edges should be coming in a 1/4 inch so that it's straight across. Then place it on the bottom edge of your towel, go up a couple of inches, and stitch it along here all the way up to hold this eyelet lace down. And then come over here and stitch all the way across, and then stitch from the top edge here of the trim all the way down. Really simple process. To make the heart, you're going to need 2 pieces of fabric that's just a little bigger than whatever heart template you're using. And if you don't know how to draw a heart or you don't have a heart template, it's really easy to do. Fold some paper in half and just draw a little loop at the top and come down to the bottom corner. Then cut it out, and when you unfold it, you have a heart template. So then take a piece of fabric that's, again, a little bigger than your heart template, set it down, and you're tracing on the wrong side of the fabric, the not so pretty side. So trace around your template, then take a pair of scissors and cut a hole in it. Take another piece of fabric with right sides together, place pins to hold it all together, and then stitch right on top of your drawn lines. Then you're ready to cut off the excess fabric. You can either use pinking shears or straight edge scissors. So if you're going to use either one, you're going to go out just a narrow 1/4 inch all the way around. Even if you're using the pinking shears, you still need a straight edge pair of scissors to cut right in through here. And whatever fabric you have down here at the bottom, trim a little bit of that off. Then take those straight edge scissors, only if you're not using pinking shears. Go in and do little clips in the fabric and cut all the way around. Now stay on the outside drawn line. Then go through that hole and turn it front side out. Then press your heart flat. And I just did a straight stitch close to the edge all the way around. You can also use fusible web to put the heart down. Here is my tulip flower template. I bought it at Dollar Tree. It's where they sell all the little wood craft items. You can probably find something like this at some of your other craft stores. And in a moment, I'm going to show you a really inexpensive way of getting templates. Really inexpensive. So this is the fusible web method. You use fusible web. It's got 2 pieces of paper, one on the back, one on the front. In between the 2 layers is a thin layer of glue. You take whatever template you want to use and trace around it. Then continue to follow package instructions on how to cut it out and how to get it onto the fabric here. It's a really simple process to do. Now, if you want more detailed information on how to do fusible webbing on your fabric, I'm going to have a link down below your YouTube screen. So just scroll down until you see the word more. Click on it, and that section will expand open. Other suggestions for having templates to draw your designs. You can find other wood designs. Like, I don't remember where I bought this. It might have been at Dollar Tree. It could have been at a craft store somewhere. So look for these little wooden things. But a really inexpensive way is to use cookie cutters. And I bought this one a few years ago, and it came in a package of cookie cutters. Now recently, when I found the towels, in the seasonal decor section, they had a little bag of Easter spring themed cookie cutters. So an Easter egg, a carrot, this is a little baby chick, an Easter bunny head, a flower, and then a butterfly. So go to the seasonal decor section and look for the little bag. It's in a little fishnet bag. One of the things you'll find with these towels is that most of them are two-sided. In other words, on this one here, you'll find that this same design is on the other side. So I'm going to have a tutorial down below your YouTube screen that'll show you how to cut a towel in half and put something like this at the top edge. Well, I hope all of this information was helpful to you. These towels were so inexpensive, so make sure you check it out. I hope they still have some in there. Now again, if you're interested in other links and more detailed tutorials on any of these, make sure you scroll down below your YouTube screen to the description section. So as you're scrolling, look for the word more. Click on it, and that section will expand open and you will see links appearing. Now don't forget to follow me on Instagram and make sure you check out my Facebook page. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time, and happy sewing. If you like the Sewing Room channel, one of the best ways to show your support is to subscribe by clicking on that red subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. And don't forget to click on share to share this video with your friends. And make sure you click on the bell so you receive notifications for all my new videos. I'm Cheryl, this is Manny, and this is Scotty. See you next time.